Hey Liberty Kids, and welcome to Liberty Kids TV. Today we're going to be going over some headlines for this morning, and our top headlines are: breathing oxygen has been linked to staying alive. China may be using the sea to hide its submarines. Think of a headline, 56-point bold headline. World Bank says poor needs more money. Northfield plans to plan strategic plan. Woman missing since she got lost, and man arrested for everything. Can you believe that these are actual headlines in the actual newspaper that actual people wrote? How ridiculous are some of these headlines? Of course, a woman's missing if she went lost. Of course, poor people need more money. Of course, oxygen is linked to breathing. It's linked to breathing, but it's linked to staying alive. These are just ridiculous stories. And did you know there are some shocking stories in the Bible too? There are some stories that you would never have thought of, never have thought they even existed. Did you know that there's a talking donkey in the Bible? Now, I'm not thinking about Shrek. I'm not getting confused with Shrek in the Bible. There is a talking donkey in the Bible. There is also a woman that was turned into a pillar of salt. Now, I'm sure we've heard stories, we've heard myths about people being turned into stone and turned into rock. Well, that actually happened in the Bible. And it happened in real life. And the story that we are going in today is about how the sun and the moon stood still for 24 hours. Now, if you know how the sun and moon works, what happens is as the sun goes up, the moon goes down, and we have a day. And then the moon comes up and the sun goes down, just like that. And that we have nighttime at that point. Now, what happened at this time is Joshua was taking over in terms of being a leader of the people of Israel. Moses had just died and Joshua was taking over that role. And what happened is that some people wanted to take the Israelites. They wanted to fight the Israelites and they wanted to have a war with them. And so there was a war that happened between 5 armies, and this included Joshua and the Israelites. Now imagine they were up against 4 armies, okay? Now what do? It's 1 against 4. Do you think that's fair? I don't think that's fair at all. And they thought, we cannot do this, but with God. And so they put all their trust, all their faith in God, and God assisted them. Now, he assisted them in 2 ways. What happened is God sent an incredible hailstorm. It uses the term big rocks. So I don't even think it was hail. I think it was more like boulders that fell from the sky and helped them with their war. And Joshua turned to God and said, God, make the sun stand still so that we may win this fight. And so God did just that. God listened to man for the first time, and he made the sun stand still, the moon stand still, the day continue so that they could win the fight that day, and they did just that. So what happened was the armies that were fighting against Joshua got very scared. They were very fearful. Imagine huge rocks falling from the sky. And Joshua's army could have come into that place, into that war, feeling just as scared, but they rather had faith in Jesus, in God. So what I'm going to show you is a bit of an illustration about that. So in front of me, I have got 2 water bottles. Now, they both have nothing in them. I promise you, nothing. Just a bit of old juice, really. And what happened was Joshua's army, the Israelites, they filled themselves up with faith. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pretend my breath is faith. And they close that off. Now they are full of faith. Do you see how full that bottle is now? Now the other armies, they were full of fear. And so they didn't even have to put it on because they were full of fear. And so what happened is when they were attacked, when they were fighting and fear came into the picture, just like this bottle, the bottle that's full of faith didn't even bounce. It didn't even dent. It's perfectly fine. Now, the people that were filled with fear and they didn't have any faith inside of them, as soon as fear came along, you see, the bottle's squashed. I'll do it even harder. Fear came along, those big rocks, those big boulders came along, and you see how it just crushes them. But when we're filled with faith, we can stand strong in knowing that God will protect us and that God will be with us. An interesting thing that happened during that time is that Joshua spoke to God and said, "Make the sun stand still." And at that point, God didn't listen to people. God told people what to do. And did you know that you have been given authority to speak to God, to ask God for things? God has told us that we can speak to Him, we can open up to Him, and He will make the sun stand still for us. So we're going to do an awesome series called Out of the Ordinary over the next few weeks, where we're going into some of these strange and weird and wonderful stories, and we're learning about some of the parts of the Bible that you didn't even know existed. It is going to be such fun. So as for now, what we're going to do is we're going to head on over into a time of praise and worship, and we're going to have an absolute ball together. I will see you there, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Praise gives us everything we could ever need to love the world around us, to be a light in darkness. He's with us every breath, he's with us every step, so we can leave fear in the dust behind us. If you wanna raise the game, he will give you strength to reach another level in Jesus' name. If you wanna raise the game, he will give you strength to reach another level in Jesus' name. We are moving up, moving up. We are making it loud. We're making it loud. We're not afraid. We are moving up, moving up. We are making it loud. We're making it loud. Let's raise the game. We're not afraid to raise the game. We're not afraid to power up and go. We're not afraid to raise the game. We're not afraid to power up and go. He gives us everything we could ever need to love the world around us, to be a light in darkness. He's with us every breath, he's with us every step, so we can leave fear in the dust behind us. If you wanna raise the game, he will give you strength to reach another level in Jesus' name. If you wanna raise the game, he will give you strength to reach another level in Jesus' name. We are moving up, moving up. We are making it loud. We're making it loud. We're not afraid. We are moving up, moving up. We are making it loud. We're making it loud. Let's raise the game. We're not afraid to raise the game. We're not afraid to power up and go. We're not afraid to raise the game. We're not afraid to power up and go. So get your hands up. We're gonna power up. Lay your worries down. He is with us now. Get your hands up. It's time to power up. We want the whole wide world to see. We are moving up, moving up. We are making it loud. We're making it loud. We're not afraid. We are moving up, moving up. We are making it loud. We're making it loud. Let's raise the game. We're not afraid.